Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. Today I'm going to go through all zodiac signs, taking a look at where it is that your spirit, your soul, your higher self is guiding you towards right now. We just celebrated the calendar new year. I wish everybody a happy new year stepping into this 2026 energy. I hope that you had peaceful holiday season. It is not necessarily time to hit the ground running. It is time to move forward with awareness, and that's the whole purpose. The intention that I set behind this reading is to bring some awareness to you. What is your energy pulling you towards right now? Guys, take a look at your rising sign, your sun sign. At a very minimum, it's not necessarily for viewerships. I'm doing it because I need you to hear more of a well-rounded story of what it is that your higher self is trying to tell you. You can take a look at your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. It's up to you, but I would suggest at least at a minimum taking a look at your rising sign, or your rising sign and your sun sign. You can get birth charts for free. You just got to Google it. You got to know your birthday, your birthplace, and your birth time. And if you don't know your birth time, it does kind of mess with a few aspects in a couple of houses, but you don't need to worry about that, all of that. But it's super easy to get that if you don't already have it. Take a look at the description box below. That is where the timestamps are going to be. We are going to go from Aries to Pisces. Again, take a look at the description box below. Where is your spirit guiding you right now? Spirit, thank you so much for bringing me here, allowing me to be in front of this absolutely beautiful crowd of people, under your guidance, under your love, under your direction, but most of all, under your protection. Allow me to deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative come up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it on my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. We are starting with Aries. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, guys. Aries. The question is, where is your spirit guiding you? Take what resonates, Aries. Leave what doesn't. Make choices in your life based on your own internal guidance system. This tarot reading is meant to just help give you clarity, clarification, confirmation. Biggest energy, biggest overall energy for Aries, please, Spirit, for everybody's greatest and highest good. Where is it that you are trying to guide the Aries right now? It says, this is the Knight of Gabriel. The Knight of Gabriel, Aries. Confidence, enthusiastic, courage, charismatic, time to take action. The Knight of Gabriel is essentially the Knight of Wands. So being excited about a new adventure. And for some of you guys, it's a resurgence of an adventure. It could be in the creative aspect. This could be your job. This could be your health. That's what I'm getting. It's either a new opportunity to handle something differently, or to handle it and no longer hide from it. It says time to take action, great passion for your cause. I said for your cause, but it says great passion for a cause. So there could be something about volunteerism here. But I said for your cause. Remember, I always start these readings saying for your greatest and highest good, but I feel like I keep getting North Star, life's purpose. Let me know in the comments down below if this is already resonating with you. That's the highest energy that your spirit, your soul, your higher self is trying to get you to take action on, is like life's purpose, heading in the direction of your North Star. One of the biggest things that you were supposed to overcome and accomplish in this lifetime. Instinctively knowing just what to do. Oh, I like that. Instinctively knowing what it is that you need to do. Have you been listening? I hope you have. For those of you guys who are just like, what is she talking about? A nudge. Have you been getting a nudge to go in a particular direction, to move in a particular direction, to move over here or go over there, to take advantage of this learned thing, like to go back to school, to start a different job, to start a new creative endeavor, to do something different with your health and your lifestyle? Because it's not just another idea, Aries. It resounds very loudly with your overall life purpose and goal for your life. So what have you been thinking about? What have you been mulling over? What has resurged? What has reshown itself in your energy over the last couple of days? As you're watching this, it doesn't matter. This is timeless. But what is it that's been almost eating at you? Like, oh, I got to do that. I really should do that. And I'm not talking about a New Year's resolution. I'm talking about something that is a lifetime aspect goal. Let me get some past, present, and future on this for Aries, please. Past, it's the 7 of Cups, being confused or having a lot of options. Which way do I go? Which way do I go is the first thing that comes to mind. Look, current energy, working on something. 3 of Pentacles. Future energy, leaving something behind and moving towards, again, this life goal, this aspect. You know, if we look at this future energy as the 6 of Swords, I really get in here that there was this cleanup on aisle Aries that has been needed, that has been requiring your attention over the last however long. Cleaning up here, cleaning up here, cleaning up here, so that your load is lighter, your energetic load is lighter, your mind is lighter, your heart space is lighter, you're feeling more attuned with self, so that you can actually move into the right direction, out of the land of the dead to the land of the living. Some of you guys, it's not even like the land of the dead. Some of you guys, it's out of like hiding from the world, hiding from yourself, to presenting yourself. There's going to be a lot of first house Aries energy in 2026, which is, and especially with it soon to become, the year of the fire horse. And what that means is show yourself, do what it is that you've been yearning to do. Don't hide anymore. Shine your light. That's exactly what the 6 of Swords is telling me. Right now, your current energy is this 3 of Pentacles. Let's find out more about this 3 of Pentacles for you guys. So you're not, I feel like you're not confused. I do feel, let me, before I did get something that flew out. I got the 8 of Wands. But before we address the 8 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles, let's go to this past energy for you. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of BS. Again, 2025 was the year of endings, with it being, a 9-year. So identifying the people that were wearing masks, you see the mask, identifying the people in your life that were wearing masks, identifying the people that were not able to reciprocate energy, identifying the people that were playing with you, identify the people that you might have been playing with. Like a cat plays with a little yarn ball is what I'm getting in my mind's eye. The things that are not feeding you, the things that you've decided no longer to feed. So you had to do all that. You did a lot of cleanup. Now you're taking a look at, I almost get this idea of an Aries that's taking a look at, or your higher self is wanting you to do that. Take a look at like a chalkboard or a whiteboard or a journal or even a vision board and say, I'm no longer, the noise has been settled in my life. Now I want to concentrate on these 1, 2, or 3 things. Yeah, these are the things that I want to work on. 8 of Wands. To me, this is one download after another, one epiphany after another. This thing takes my priority this week. This other thing I'm going to prioritize next week, or after A, B, and C has happened with the first thing. But it's being really cognizant and aware of, again, which way do I go? Which way do I go? And it's not even that erratic energy. It's which way do I go? Which way do I go? This way, and choosing a path. A lot of thought behind that. Oh, look at this. The Empress. Tell me more about this Empress. The Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Pentacles. Guys, for a lot of you, it's work. For a lot of you, it's work or working on a large project. Again, the project can be you as an entity, you as somebody to invest in, you being this male or female, you being this Empress. Because if you're in this Empress energy here, Aries, you're taking care of yourself. It's self-discipline. I want to get clarification on this Wheel of Fortune, please, for the Aries current energy. The Three of Swords. One more on this. Oh, look at that. I get the Three of Swords and then the Queen of Swords. And then immediately in my mind, I get, I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. I know my truth. And I know my truth. I have an idea of my destiny. I have an idea of my life's purpose. I will not be swayed. Because with this Three of Swords here, you have been swayed before. You've put other people's priorities first. You put other people's expectations first. You put other people's voices in your head. No, I shall not be moved. Except for you are being moved, but you're doing it yourself. Let's talk about this future energy for Aries with the Six of Swords, please. Oh, here we go. We had a flyer. You know what's funny? This whole entire time, that's so funny. This whole entire time I was calling the High Priestess the Empress card. And then here comes the Empress card. That's so awesome. I mean, it's not awesome that I distorted the two, but it's awesome that it came out like Spirit's like, you're missing something. Let's go back to this High Priestess card here, guys. It's still, again, this inner knowing. I know there's a whisper inside of me, and it is telling me this year I'm accomplishing these things. This year I'm making small adjustments to my behavior so that I can accomplish these things. And when I do, and when I start making consistent effort towards the things that are meant for me, the thing that is going to change my life, then the blessings come. Because I'm in an energy of receiving, and I'm no longer afraid of receiving all that I have asked for, all that I have worked for, all that I have let go in order to become lighter energetically. Or even maybe for some of you guys, it's physically as well. One more on this Empress card, and then I feel like I've got the story for you. There we go. We got a flyer. So this is the Hierophant card. So it's cool how it goes, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. It goes 2, 3, and then 5. For whatever reason, I think 235 is significant. As a matter of fact, hold on, guys. 235. Let's see what that is really quickly. 235 for Aries. Thank you. 235 is thank you. Gratitude is a great attitude. Gratitude, Aries, is a great attitude. There is a person in your life who needs to hear the gratitude you have for them in your heart. Think of a person with whom you count on, but rarely take the time to say thank you. Do this today in a heartfelt and genuine way. This could be somebody outside of you, but I feel very much that it is you, because of all of the work that you did in 2025, working with your higher self, working with your spirit guides, staying the course, staying persistent, following your God or your guardian angels, higher level energies with this Hierophant here, and putting your growth on a pedestal versus other people on a pedestal. So I really feel this 235, and you might be seeing now 235 come up. Sorry, hold on, getting a call. You might see 235 show up in your energetic field, in your awareness now after I said that. But say thank you to yourself. Those are my kids in the background if you're hearing that. Celebrate yourself. Pause and say thank you to yourself. Now, if you have been working with a coach, if you have been working with a pastor, a therapist, then you don't definitely reach out, a friend or a family member that's helped you out of this confusing chapter or heavy chapter in your life. Definitely extend out a thank you, but do not forget to say thank you to yourself for continuing to invest in yourself over this last year, Aries. Okay, I hope that helped. Don't forget to check out your rising sign, your moon sign. It's up to you guys, but if this is where we depart, I love you guys, and thank you so much for joining me. All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for joining me. Do not forget to like and subscribe, turn on that bell notification button, and say hi in the comments down below. I'm very active, Taurus. Especially if this reading helps in any way, shape, or form. Come to it with an open heart and open mind. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if this Taurus energy does not resonate with you, consider checking out your other placements. It'll help you get more of a gauge on the full story. All right, Spirit, the question is, where is Taurus's spirit, soul, higher self guiding you towards? Where is Taurus's higher self guiding them towards, please? Biggest energy for their greatest and highest good. It says the Page of Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. Blunt. This is essentially the Page of Swords. An exciting new challenge. Okay. You have what it takes to succeed. Receive contracts or documents. Review contracts very carefully and thoroughly. There's a lot of communication happening with you. And I get in my mind, I'm hearing like, take a chance. I don't know if that's ABBA. Take a chance on me. It's interesting that I got that. So this is the Page of Swords, taking a chance on, I don't think it's me necessarily. Hi. Hey, Taurus. I think it's you. You're taking a chance on you. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of blue energy, a lot of throat chakra energy around you. It's, there's storms. And then this white owl here is very interesting. It could be a very interesting time in your life right now. It could be a lot of interesting conversations happening internally, externally. I do feel like you're trying to take a chance on something. Your spirit, your soul, your higher level self is trying to say, hey, listen. Like, get your attention, like, hey, listen, this is going to be uncomfortable, but we need to keep trucking is what I'm getting. Continue to move forward. We need to continue to move forward. Now, I can't stop looking at this owl here. It's a messenger card, but owls are very... It's shadow work. There's a lot of shadow work. There's a lot of barriers that you're looking to bring down by telling yourself the truth and no longer lying to yourself, Taurus. That's what I'm getting from this. You have what it takes to succeed, an exciting new challenge. And I feel like the challenge is you. Past, present, and future for Taurus, please, in this current energy. Past is the Six of Pentacles. Present is the Page of Wands. You're having to relearn something about yourself or who you are, Taurus. And then the future is the Knight of Wands. Good. So you're moving forward. So it's not just about, see, look, in your past, you were investing in other people. And there was potentially not the reciprocation you wanted. With this page, these two pages here, and there could be children involved in this for some of you guys, or you're having to go back. Like you're having to retrieve a lot of what I'm seeing as like lost time, but you're having to tell yourself the truth about situations and having to like hype yourself up. Like, hey, I got this. Okay. I can get excited about this new chapter. I can do this. I can do this. There's a lot of in your current energies, like I can do this. You're hyping yourself up. I can do this. I can do this. And the good thing is you do what you're saying that you're going to do. You do hype yourself up in the future, and you do move out of the energy that seems a bit dark. Tell me about this present energy with Taurus, please. Tell me about this Page of Wands. Look at this. I love it. The Strength card. Yeah, you do. I'm excited. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And what you are learning to tackle, learning to tame is that voice inside of you that's like, no, this isn't going to work. You've lost too much time. You're not a spring chicken anymore. I'm getting all of these downloads. And even you too right here, this beast inside of you could be other people's energy saying, if you listen to, like, if you were in an environment that didn't feed you, that stifled you, and you let almost other people and other situations control the narrative for you and your reality, you're learning how to see that for what it is and then speak to yourself differently. I no longer accept what you were saying about me as the truth. It might have been something I did in the past, but I'm no longer that person. I choose not to have those same behaviors in my life. I choose not to think that way. More about the current energy. Look at this, the Star card. Yeah, you're healing. It's a lot of emotional healing too. And here's another owl. There's another owl right there. It's another white owl as well. Interesting. Guys, listen out and look out for owl references in your reality, Taurus. The Nine of Wands. This is anxiety driven for you because, the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety driven. This is anxiety inducing for you because it's new. You got a lot of page energy. But, whenever people step into a new chapter, it is like a bit unnerving because it's new and it's uncharted territory, and you have to learn how to show up in this new energy. You have to learn which behaviors you might have once had to grasp onto very firmly in order to keep you surviving in a situation that seems kind of stormy. And I'm getting a lot of home life stuff too when I look back here, like a stormy sort of home life. You have to learn, and then your nervous system has to learn how to let go, and your mind has to learn how to let go of the behaviors that you used to protect yourself, and release that cortisol and start reimagining, wow, now what? What does my pace look like? What does my day-to-day look like? What do I want for myself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, All of that. Tell me more about this. The Six of Pentacles again. So then you learn how to invest differently. You're learning how to invest differently. Tell me about this Knight of Wands for the Taurus. Here we go. We got the Page of Swords twice. So it starts with the Page of Swords and it ends with the Page of Swords. Your future self is really trying to get you to see the truth and then live in the truth. And to remember that there is excitement to be had in this current chapter. It says a new, challenging, exciting chapter, because you get an opportunity to retry. You almost get like a mulligan, Taurus. So give grace to yourself in this chapter, but listen to where it is that your soul, your higher self, your spirit is trying to take you. It's trying to take you to another better, softer place. All right. All right. That's for Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys. If you want to watch the rest of your placements, please feel free. All right. Let's look at Gemini. Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. Gemini, come to this, please, with an open heart and open mind. If I resonate with you, you like the way I read, consider subscribing if you haven't already, but definitely take a look at the comments down below. Let me know how this reading is resonating with you. If you want to learn more about what your higher self is telling you, consider watching your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Let's see, Gemini. Gemini, what is Gemini's spirit trying to guide them towards for their greatest and highest good? The Queen of Gabriel. The Queen of Wands. Ooh, I like that. Prosperity within yourself. Seeing yourself as the diva that you are, or as the king that you are, as the queen that you are. Having to fight, I do feel like I'm getting a song in my head. I feel like you have had to go through a lot to get to this point, Gemini. I'm trying to find the lyrics in my mind. I have had to find the power within me to be the queen that I am meant to be, or the king that I'm meant to be. And trust that I am who I am, powerful as a divine energy. That's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want, Gemini. It says, go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So there's a lot of attraction, a magnetism around you because you finally stepped into your power, Gemini. Let's take a look at past, present, future for Geminis, please. Past, we're going to Six of Swords, moving out of an energy that was no longer serving you. The Chariot, a lot of moving stuff. Could be a lot of traveling energy. This is your current energy, is the Chariot. So the moving out and the moving into, I know who I am, that is exactly where you are supposed to be right now. You have ascended to your own energetic throne, and you're sitting in that, and you now know this is the direction I want to go. I want to go right. And you don't question that. I want to go left, and you don't question that. Sitting very strong in that power. Future for Gemini, the Queen of Swords. So right now you're at the Queen of, which is awesome because you stay, in the same court level as a queen, male or female, it doesn't matter. But your overall energy is you've learned how to take your throne, and that is causing magnetic response in your energetic field. And then your future is, now I can speak my truth. Now I can take action knowing this is my truth. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I don't need to. I'm experienced. I know exactly where I'm going. That's awesome. Let's take a little bit more look into this Chariot for Gemini's current energy, please. Gemini's current energy. I know exactly who I am, and I know exactly where I'm going. It's taken me a long time to get here. Look at this. This is what you could be magnetizing in, is this Ace of Cups energy. Very, very passionate and steady opportunity. Talk to me more about this. The Lovers. Oh, excuse me, the Sun card. And I didn't say, I mean, generally there's not two people depicted on the Sun card. So that's not, by accident. It fell on the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. We are moving into the Cancer full moon. I'm recording this under the Cancer full moon energy right now. So it could be you, Gemini, attracting yourself towards a Cancer, or you're moving into, because we're talking about like fourth house energy with the Cancer, you could be moving to a new location with this Chariot and the Six of Swords that is more pleasing to you energetically. It's more of something like, it just fills your cup. There's just more passion where you're moving towards. You could be redecorating, remodeling your own house, reimagining the place that you live with this fourth house energy. And so it's a little bit more homey, and it makes you feel loved. And because you feel loved in your environment, you feel more comfortable inviting people over to your environment, having like dinner parties or having dates in your own controlled environment. Also, too, with this fourth house energy, it's talking about your relationships with your family and your friends. So now that you're like more magnetic, because you know exactly who you are, where you've come from, and you know what you want out of life, you're now not picking temporary people to share your space. You're picking people that are solid and have the same life goals as you and life plans as you, and see you for who you really are, to surround yourself with. You're no longer surrounding yourself with associates or just people to fill a void or to provide like some white noise in the background. You're providing yourself and your environment with people who add to the space. Any of those could be true for you in this current energy, Gemini. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. I love it. All right, where are you moving towards? Where's the Gemini moving towards? Pull up the top. The Seven of Cups. There's going to be so many people that you're going to get to meet, Gemini. Tell me more about this. The sevens are significant here. We got 2 sevens. And then that is 14, and that is the Temperance. So we got Cancer energy here. We've got Sagittarius energy here. I need to know now more about this Seven of Swords. Okay, so Seven of Swords and what? And then the Tower. Tell me about that. And so that's Scorpio energy. And then, okay, all right. So there could be in your future, Gemini, there could be a few conversations with people who you didn't expect to have endings with that person. That was never the plan, at least. But know that as long as you stay in your truth, as long as you know which way, as long as you come to the table with your plan and you're not deviating away from your plan. Again, you know when you want to go right, you go right. You know when you want to go left, you go left. You're not to be swayed, because you're so set on that energy. There could be some communication that you have with somebody or a couple of somebodies in your near future that don't go as expected, but you're still in your truth. And I mean, what are you going to do? You can't control how other people respond to your truth. I want to get you some advice on this. Some advice on this energy I see for Gemini's future. Because it could be with somebody younger than you with this Page of Swords as you're here. Or it could be with one of your children or something. It could be with a subordinate or an employee at work. It could be with a new contract that you have from work. Or it could be with somebody that you just met. And you had some idea of this going a certain direction, and then it doesn't end up going that direction. I want to get you some advice, because I am telling you to stay in your truth, but I get this second guessing energy from you, because I feel like the Gemini I'm talking to is only just getting used to your power, your individuality, exactly what you want, and being unapologetic about it, because there's like this newfound energy. And sometimes when we are confronted with somebody who opposes that energy, we digress towards the way we used to be, or the way we used to react versus respond. And I feel like there's a potential there for you, Gemini, or, if you're the Gemini who resonates with having, the two twin personalities and neither one of them are friends. You don't want your twin personality to come out, Gemini. So how do you control yourself in this energy? Some advice for Gemini, please. The Three of Cups. It's going to be all right. It's not Three of Cups. This is like, you're still going to be friends with this person, or, it's not going to mess it up. You'll be fine. For some of you guys, if you do end up releasing this person from your future chapters in life, you're going to be fine. There's other people that are going to fill it. It's essentially saying you don't need outside energy for you to be happy. If somebody doesn't agree with you, they don't agree with you. If somebody doesn't see eye to eye with you, they don't see eye to eye with you. You've discovered yourself. If this is the way you want to go that way. All right, Gemini? I hope that helps. If this is where we depart, love you guys. Comment down below and let me know how it resonated with you guys, okay? Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. I appreciate you. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Come with open heart and open mind. If you want more of a well-rounded story, consider taking a look at your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see for Cancer's greatest and highest good. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you really like my energy, Cancer. All right, overarching energy for Cancer right now, please, for their greatest and highest good. The Six of Michael. The Six of Swords. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. And you've been protected this entire time, and I don't even think you even knew that. Some of you guys, who are like, stand in your faith, you knew that, but I don't know if it's something that you really leaned on. I feel like there was some disconnection from your higher self. The question here that we're asking in this video, Cancer, is what is your spirit? What is your soul? What is your higher self trying to guide you towards? And I do feel like you've been a person that's been kind of disconnected from your higher self, almost protecting yourself from the nudge, protecting yourself from the unexpected, protecting yourself from having to invest in something that may not even work out in your favor. All the while, Spirit, God, the universe, your higher self, your protectors, your angels, specifically guardian angel and Archangel Michael have been leading you almost begrudgingly is what I'm getting, in the direction you needed to go. There's a sheltie on this boat. Or it's like whatever the lassie dog is. I'm saying it's a sheltie because that's the first thing that came to my mind when I see it. And shelties are pretty skittish dogs. So I'm getting a little skittish energy. Like, again, it's like this angst, this animosity, this fear about where you've been nudged to go to. A lot of anxiety. It says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Exclamation point, right? Exclamation point. Breathe a sigh of release and relief and make new plans, a relocation or a travel. Let's talk about this, Cancer. I feel like I need to step into this energy very aware of how raw you might be feeling right now. Let me know, guys, if I'm oh, the World card, an ending. Let's look at your past energy. A new chapter. That makes sense. A new chapter. And look, it's the year 2026. It's endings and beginnings. It's a 10 and a 1. Past energy for Cancer, please. Trying to figure out which way to go, having the world in your hands, but not having enough courage, if you will, to step forward, making a lot of plans, but not actually putting said plans into action. Even a lot of daydreaming, Cancer. Present energy for Cancer. King of Cups. No, I'm good. I got this. It's hard, but I got this. I know what my emotions are telling me. I know what my heart is telling me. This is your present energy. Your future energy for Cancer, the Wheel of Fortune. You have been navigated towards this energy your whole life. This is a huge chapter for you, Cancer. Even when it felt like you might have made a mistake, you didn't. Everything was predestined, preordained. Yes, we all have free will, but I feel like you've been brought through a specific chapter in your life that you had minimal control over. Yes, destiny did come to you and say, do you want to go right or do you want to go left? But either way, you know, it's like two paths that still go towards a singular connection. Connecting you toward your destiny. There's some lessons you could have learned going this way and some lessons that you could have learned going that way, but either way, it was going to lead you here. Tell me about this World card that flew out for the Cancer, please. 7 of Wands wanted to come out, but it flew out with a bunch of different cards, but it's notable. If it wants to come out again, it can. It's this idea of you were protecting yourself from the anxiety of the outcome, the result. The World card for Cancer, please. The King of Swords. You're done with the analysis paralysis. You are now a man or woman of action. And I don't even, it's again, like, it's like... It's almost like your higher self is taking over. You're like this puppet. It's interesting. All right, let's find out more about this current energy for Cancer. I got this King of Cups for you, Cancer. An opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, for what? Let's talk about this. You're being guided towards an opportunity to move into a victory. Six of Wands. Tell me more about that. Justice card. You are waiting. You are being led towards balance. You could have gone right in your path and it would have led you here, and you would have met these people and they would have taught you these lessons, and you would have learned these things about life, and then it would have led you to this path. You would have gone this way. It would have been a different set of people, different set of experiences, could have been a different job, and a different location, and you still would have learned these, and these things that you needed to bring you here to this moment right now. It's just the faces and the spaces would have looked different, but the lessons would have been the same. So no matter what, you weren't going to miss it. This preordained fate connection, this connection to your purpose, this connection to your person, this connection to your higher, you would have never missed it. Now the weights are being balanced in your favor. I need to know more about that. This is so like celestial. 4 of Cups. Again, I think what Spirit is trying to say, what your higher self is trying to say is you were stalled, or you felt this anxiety and it stalled you on purpose so that you can evaluate things. This took a while to come to fruition because you needed to evaluate things. It needed to look like you made a mistake so that you can evaluate things. 4 of Cups. Analyzing what's in front of you, what happened. Not even realizing that God, the universe, your higher self is working on some other opportunity behind you because you're so focused on where things might have gone wrong or just experiences. It was meant to happen. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune in Cancer's future. So if you feel like you made a mistake, you didn't. Even though it registers like that. No, it was always meant to happen. Wheel of Fortune in the future, the 2 of Wands. Again, planning. So this was your past energy, this almost daydreaming. Should I go this way? I really kind of want to go this way, but if I stay here, it's safe. Looking above in the horizon. So you're getting that again in your future energy, but what? But I feel like there's a but. Here's the Empress card. Here's a really quick conversation with an Empress energy. Here's a Devil card, Capricorn season, which is now. And then here's the Judgment, the Judgment card. I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer, it almost looks like you're being nudged to have a conversation with this Empress, male or female. And if I look at the signs that are showing up on the table right now, I'm getting Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. There's somebody that you're supposed to be having a conversation with. There's somebody that you are supposed to be having a conversation with. I'm going to get some advice for you, Cancer. Advice for Cancer, please, in this energy for their greatest and highest good. The Temperance card. Here's a Sagittarius energy. But you want to know what the Temperance card is? To make it right. Remember I said like balancing. I feel like you're like balancing. Right now you're balancing the scales. You see the scales? And then look. Here's a balance of emotions. It's like you're being called to put something right. Now, if you don't feel comfortable having like a conversation with somebody to put something right, then even energetically, if you sit down, Cancer, and you meditate with yourself, you pray with yourself, just give yourself opportunity to have stillness. It could be, you could be listening to high frequency music, or just give yourself an opportunity to have stillness over the next few days after watching this, Cancer, and communicate with yourself internally. Let your higher self know, like, hey, I'm ready to release this. 2s are significant here for whatever reason. So 22 could be significant. I'm ready to release this energy. I'm ready to forgive myself for how I showed up, or didn't show up, I'm ready to open myself up to a new perspective, a new opportunity. I'm ready to start a new chapter. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to reconnect with this other person. The opportunity could be for you to let that go, let that baggage go, so that you can be lighter, to where if that person did come back, you'd be ready for them. And even if they didn't, if another person came back that kind of gave off that same sort of air, but in a more evolved way, because at this point you're asking to ascend out of the energy that you once were in. That's what the six of swords is, to ascend out of the energy that you once were in. Then essentially you ready your mind, body, and soul to receive that same energy or better. That person or better. Meaning that person healed and you healed, or a person or a love opportunity or a connection that feels home and ready and reciprocal and peaceful and stable. All right, Cancer, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a conversation with this person. Sometimes the conversation and the closure needs to happen within ourselves, but it's up to you. It definitely is up to you. You didn't make any mistakes. Everything happened for this reason. You've got to have faith and trust that that's how the universe works, and it's working in your favor, and you've been protected. All right. Let's move on to Leo. All right, Leo, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Come to this reading with an open heart and an open mind. The intention is to ask your higher self, your soul, your spirit, what it is that you have been, where it is that it's guiding you. Where is it guiding you, Leo? Check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, Leo, if you want to get a more well-rounded picture of where your spirit is guiding you. Leo, please. Knight of Gabriel, the Knight of Wands. Confidence. Oh, let's talk to this Leo about being confident, but showing up in that. And it's almost like shedding a light back on yourself, like saying, like, listen, I had to take a break, but here I am again. I had to take some time for myself. I had to learn a lesson in the background, but here I am again. I've taken some breaths. I've done some energetic releases, and boom, I'm back out. I'm back in the saddle again. That's you. Back in the saddle again, Leo. Let's take a look at past, present, and future for Leo, please. Past is the Ten of Pentacles. Present is the Ace of Wands. That's awesome energy to go with this this Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is taking this Ace of Wands opportunity and moving with it. It's not just an opportunity, like you've decided to take action on something for your greatest and highest good. Let's take a look at your future. The Six of Cups. You might be reconciling with somebody from your past, Leo, in the future. And it's because it's somebody you had to take a break from. I need to find out this Ten of Pentacles for Leo, please. That one. The Temperance. Something about your home life, your family life that needed to come into balance, or you had to... Remember I was talking about you needed to take a break? I got something similar to this in Cancer's reading. And so you could be a cusper, or you could have heavy Cancer in your chart, Leo, but it's almost like you needed to... I'm also getting... Some of you guys are married, and maybe you guys called for a separation or just a timeout for a little bit between you and this person. This Temperance card with this Ten of Pentacles. Can you tell me more about this Temperance card with this Ten of Pentacles for Leo's past energy, please? The Death card. Something needed to transform. You needed to take some time to realize what you wanted ultimately in your life, what you wanted your home life to look like, who you wanted to spend it with, who you wanted to potentially have children with, grandchildren with, who you wanted to grow an empire with, who you wanted to build legacy with. For those of the Leos that I'm tapping into, take a look. Can you give me the current energy for Leo, please, with this Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles? It's a contract. It's a soul contract. For some of you guys, it is a marriage or wanting to get married. And for others of you guys, this is somebody that you can or have in the past, like, work with. Somebody that you can or have in the past worked with or can work with. You know, like somebody that, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. There's prosperity in this connection. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. Okay. Love connection. This is not just a love connection. The 2 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. This is like soulmate stuff here, guys. Sorry, that's my kids. And then did you hear my stomach? It just growled. Oh, a lot of background noise. You guys have had a lot of background. You've had to turn down the volume of your background. You've had to clean up your energetic field. Tell me more about this 2 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. Some of you guys had to cut some bullshit out. This could have been another person. This could have been a behavior. This could have been a way of thinking. This could have been, and here's this because a little bit triggering, and I apologize. It could have been like an addiction. Tell me about this 6 of Cups for the Leo. Oh, the 7 of Swords wanted to come out with the Judgment card, the Devil card, and the Justice card. Wow, 3 major arcana with the 7 of Swords. Somebody was not heading in the right direction, and Spirit was like, no, 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 no. Don't mess this up. Not this lifetime. You need to see things clearer. So you might have honestly needed to recently in the past take some time to yourself in order to figure some stuff out, to work through energy, a lot of energy, pretty heavy energy for you. Tell me more about this 6 of Cups for Leo, please. The 7 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, the 6 of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles. This has been a long time coming. You've known this person for a long time. One of the two things. One of those two things. You know, for some of you guys, this could be you've been in a relationship with somebody and you just didn't want to take it to the next level. You didn't want to take it to the next level. You didn't want to take it to the next level. And you're finally like, oh, I'm sorry it took me so long, but I'm ready now. I'm ready to move in. I'm ready to get married. Queen of Swords, you're saying that. I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm ready to move in. I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to clean this up. I'm ready to show up different. One more card for the Leo, please, future. The 6 of Wands, victory. Do with this what you will. You know that you know where you've been moving towards. So this is just confirmation with that Queen of Swords there. Let me get you some advice. But with the Queen of Swords there, it's like, and this the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and this Ace of Wands. Even if you approach this person and you say, hey, I apologize for how I showed up or didn't show up in the past. I'm ready to move forward. Even if they come back and they say, I don't think I want this anymore, at least you got it off your chest. They might come back and they might say, if this is what you want, you need to show me. Then at that point, if this is what you want, then you need to show them with consistent action, effort, and behavioral changes. Because I saw that over here too. And for some of you guys, the opportunity might be completely lost. So then now you know what it is that you want. Now that you know what again, with this 10 of Pentacles, you had to figure out what it is that you want. You could be open to new possibilities and new love. And then you can like dodge the bugaboos or the scrubs or the people that aren't going to give you that 10 of Pentacles. You won't have to worry about yourself digressing and falling back into old habits, because now you're motivated to move forward in a more objective manner. Singularly focused. You're singularly focused on building legacy with somebody. Advice for Leo. Advice for Leo, please. The Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Swords, sorry. Don't stay stuck in your head. You've already had enough time to analyze. Don't stay stuck in your head. You've already had enough time to analyze. It's up to you. You do what you want. Leo, you do what you want, baby. But that's just what the cards are saying, all right? We're moving forward, moving on to Virgo. Virgo. Hey Virgo babies. Thank you so much for joining me. Virgo, come here with the open heart and an open mind. Don't force anything. If you need to check out your other placements, consider doing that. Also, if you like the way I read, consider liking and subscribing, turning on that bell notification button, and definitely going down to the comments and shouting out the read that you watched. And I am super active down there, so I promise to respond back to you. All right, Virgo? All right, for Virgo's greatest and highest good, where is Virgo's spirit, soul, higher self trying to guide them towards right now, Spirit? Virgo. Justice. Justice card for Virgo. It's like there's this idea of like a reimagining of It says fight for justice and equality. It says rulings made in your favor, don't give up. All right, so for some of you guys, if you're having some sort of legal battle right now, it does look like, also it looks like the ball is in your court, or you have more of a case than the other person. But it does say, it says the rulings will be made in your favor. Don't give up. But there's also too, there's this reimagining of something for you that I'm getting off of this. Virgo, let's do past, present, and future for Virgo, please. Greatest and highest good. Past, Queen of Wands. Present, Temperance card. Future, the Death card. You, a reimagining of self. What do I want? It's not even a question anymore. It's like, it's a realization. It's a realization that you are the creator and you create your own reality. Once whatever this reimagining is, or like this huge change to your energy, whatever this change to your energy is, it could be a divorce for some of you guys. And it could be from this Queen of Wands, or you could be disconnecting yourself from this fire sign that it just wasn't serving. It wasn't, the chapter's over. Then you immediately, because I feel like this one thing was holding you back. And the sad part for you is you're still very much attracted to this person. You do still very much feel a bond, an energetic bond with this person. Tell me more about it. I feel like I need to dig a little bit more into your past. The Moon card. For a lot of you guys, this is like a secret connection. The Moon card. So we've got fire sign here. We got water sign here. So somebody with heavy fire and water. Yeah, look, everything's fire. We got Aries. We got Sagittarius. We got Scorpio. We got Pisces. The only air sign here, this Justice card, is just, it's really just moving your idea about a connection into a different direction. And now the ball's in your court. Which way do you go? And as soon as you are able to really shed some light on something that you've been, it doesn't have to be that this person was a secret with this moon card. It could just be that you weren't telling yourself the full truth about who this person was in your life and what they meant to you, and what you could actualize with that person in reality. Once you start shedding some light on that, almost immediately, boom, you fall right back into your own personal power, and you start transforming into this stronger self. And it's not even just a stronger sense of self, it's truly a stronger, it's like you're more resilient. You have more grit. Like, this was a big, huge hurdle and obstacle for you in your life, figuring out this connection. I want to get some more about this. The Four of Swords. Yeah, recuperating from a connection. And then also, too, with this Temperance card, I'm getting that as well. Tell me about the current energy for Virgo, please. The King of Wands. And more fire sign energy for you, Virgo. You got the King and the Queen of Wands. Tell me more about this. The Four of Pentacles. This is you, Virgo. I have been trying to keep myself away from your temptation. Even though I feel like we could be a good match, King and Queen of Wands. Even though I feel like we could be a good match, I have been trying to keep myself away from the temptation that is you. This is you talking to the other person. Maybe not actually, but the Four of Cups. Fours are significant. 44. I have been trying to get over you. I have been trying to analyze this. I have been trying to, and not even just trying, I have been overcoming this energy, you and this other person. Essentially what I'm getting is you being bonded to this other person. It's a very heavy spiritual contract, and you have been trying to transform from it and out of it to get this to this level of resiliency, to get to a place of emotional balance, to find your footing in life. That is what your spirit has been pushing you towards. Pay attention to that. It's not an easy thing, Virgo. I've been in this energy before, because you get so attached to a person, to an idea of a person, and sometimes it goes for years and years and years and years and gets put on a pedestal. And then the further and further away you get from actualizing this connection in reality, the higher and higher the pedestal gets, the more and more of a fantasy it becomes. The harder and harder it is to reach up to it, pull it down, and to put it in front of your face and really analyze it for what it was. Because for so long, you gave it importance without truly analyzing it and to see it for what really was, without truly seeing the patterns, without truly seeing the lesson. Now you are doing that, or you've been called to do that. That's what you're being pushed towards right now. And it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of acknowledgement. It takes a lot of awareness. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of energy. So give yourself grace in this. Let me see about your future. Where's your future leading to you to with this Death card on the table for Virgo, please? And the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. It's going to be a little bit, the Six of Swords. It's going to be a little bit before you move out of this. It's going to be a little bit before you move out of this, but I do see you moving out of it. There's going to be some days when some days are better than the others. You know, it's grief. Some days are better than others because you had this connection and you had it up here so high. You put it up here so high. You couldn't help but to do that. That's what humans do. Because there was so much yearning and potentially so much passion between you and this other person. You got to go through a grieving stage, because for so long your heart said, eventually one day we'll get to the point where we actualize this. And when it doesn't happen, then you have to go through a grieving process, and you have to remind your body that yearning was just that. But the Six of Swords is here. And here's the Temperance again. Double Temperance for you. Double Sagittarius energy. Virgo. You'll be okay. You just need to stay the course. Hopefully this was confirmation for you, Virgo. You will be okay. You just need to stay the course. It's about awareness. It's about not romanticizing. It's about seeing the patterns. It's about seeing the lessons. You will be okay. Stay the course. It is in your cards that you will be okay. All right, Virgo, I hope that helped. Let me know. Let's move on to Libra. Libra. Where are we at? All right, Libra. All right, Libra. For Libra's greatest and highest good. Libra, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you for joining me. If you like the way I read and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Definitely hit that like button before you leave up out of here. And if this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very active down there. Consider taking a look at your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, and come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but then I am all the way halfway through all the zodiac, so I have been repeating myself. That's interesting, repeating myself. That could be some sort of confirmation of your energy, Libra. Let's see. For Libra's grace and highest good, the question is, what is your higher self, your soul, your spirit been leading you towards right now? What is it? What is it leading you towards? Libra, please. Leap of faith, a new chapter. The Fool card. A new chapter. And then I get a whole new world. Jasmine and Aladdin. A fantastic place I never knew. No one to tell me no or which way to go or that I'm only dreaming. Believe in yourself, it says. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Libra, past, present, and future, please. Libra, past. We have the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, amazing that this is in the past. Amazing. This is like having issues with your money, having issues with feeling kind of left to fend for yourself, like not having the structure around you that you once felt like you had, like your foundation could have crumbled out from underneath you. This could have been like you had such a heavy 9-year in 2025 where you let go of so many family members and supposed friends and supposed love connections that you kind of left having to do things on your own. But this is your past energy. So welcome this. I welcome this being in the past. You should say, I welcome releasing the grief of the past is what you should be putting in the comments down below. I welcome releasing the grief of the past, Libra. Present energy is the Queen of Wands. Oh, yes. Look at that. I am powerful. I am confident. I am a go-getter. And I look good doing all of that. Finding new confidence, leaning on the guidance. You're listening to the guidance of your higher self, Libra, your future. Temperance. This is awesome already. This is awesome already. Because the temperance is like being in the world but not of it. You know, welcoming. Your intuition is online. Your psychic ability is online. Your ability to recalibrate if need be, make some adjustments and still continue to move forward. All of that is online. Grit, resilience, everything. Tell me about this current energy for Libra, please. What a great way to start a new chapter, right? What a great way to start a new chapter. Ace of Pentacles. What is this? The Justice card. The Four of Wands. This is good. There's some of you guys might be moving or looking to move. Some of you guys might be considering some sort of partnership. The Ten of Swords. As soon as I say some of you guys might be considering some sort of partnership. I get the Ten of Swords. I feel like you want to be able to build this new foundation for yourself on your own, to say, look at that, I did that, not necessarily with the help of somebody else. Like, it's almost like you want to be able to prove to yourself, it's not like I don't need nobody. It's not like that. It's more like, no, if I'm going to move forward in this next chapter, if I'm going to build, I'm not going to build it because I listened to somebody else. I'm going to build it because I listened to myself. I'm going to build it because I did it. There's just this pride, and it's not a bad pride. There's this ego, and it's not a bad ego. You just really want to be able to say, I did that. It's because you've gone through so much. Tell me more about this, please. The High Priestess. Yeah, you're really getting a lot of downloads, and you're listening to them. You're doing a lot of this internally. You're following your gut. You're following your heart. You're not staying still either with this Queen of Wands. You're not staying still. Where is it leading with the Libra with this Temperance card? What's the future look like? Temperance on Temperance. Well, that's a lot of Sagittarius energy. New adventures. Learning new things. Being open to learning new things, new adventures. There's like this calmness to your future, Libra. Ace of Cups. Seven of Swords. Two of Wands. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Look at this. I'm not lying to myself about who I'm going to let into my life anymore. I'm not going to romanticize anything. I'm not going to tell myself any stories. I'm going to let people's behaviors and patterns and actions show up more than just their words. You're not going to, I'm getting, is it poison? What is it? I can't remember. It's more than words. Is all I ever needed you to show. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me because I'd already know. You're letting people's behaviors, actions, consistency, reciprocation, grant them admittance, access to you. And I don't know if this is a specific person or not. Tell me more about this. Like, what are you trying to, are you saying overall, or is this a specific person? The Two of Swords. It's overall. It's not a specific person. The Chariot. Well, shit. It could be a Cancer. Cancer, Sagittarius. Or you could have been blocking somebody specific from coming in and messing it all up or distracting you, because maybe Libra, sometimes you have a tendency of getting distracted. I don't think it's going to happen. Not with this current energy. No, not with the awakening and the awareness that you now have with yourself, the intentionality that you have with yourself. For those of you guys who are worried about, somebody potentially coming in and messing it all up, you won't let that happen. You've gained too much. You've come too far. It's not saying that you shouldn't let anybody in. It's saying that you're going to have discernment. Trust your discernment in this chapter. Do they stay or do they go? You're going to know. All right, Libra, that's for you guys. Let me know if that resonates. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me today. Come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. Consider looking at your other placements to get a more well-rounded picture. Do not forget to like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification button. And if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments down below. I'm super active down there, guys. All right, let's see for Scorpio. What the question is, Scorpio, what has your spirit, your soul, your higher self been trying to guide you towards? All right. For Scorpio, please. Greatest and highest good. Here we go. the Nine of Gabriel, the Nine of Pentacles. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. For some of you guys, it is about, for some of you guys, it is about the seeds that you have planted a long time ago finally coming into your awareness. Like the actions that you, the small little tiny actions that you took long ago, last year during 2025, really starting to show up in the energy of taking action on things, or your environment changing, or your attitude towards things changing. But you're doing all of this yourself, and there's a lot of, I am proud of the work that I have done. I am proud of the work that I'm proud that I have come so far, but I didn't come this far just to come this far. This far. I'm not stopping here. I'm ready to cultivate more. I'm ready to plant more seeds. I'm ready to harvest. You are ready to harvest. I also get to this idea of luxury, like a focus on self-care, a focus on your money for Scorpio as well. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibilities. Doors may open. I'm saying this part. Doors may open at any given time. So if you get prepared now, Scorpio, you don't have to get prepared later at the last minute. So take a look. What is it? What is it that you need to do to be prepared for the opportunity? Is there some house cleaning that you need to do? Is there some mental cleaning that you need to do? Is there some heart cleaning that you need to do? Is there like a resume that you need to polish up? Is there a website that you need to polish up? Is there a algorithm you need to figure out? Is there an email that you need to start composing? Is there a letter that you need to start composing? I mean, what is it? Where is it that you need to get prepared for, so then when the opportunity presents itself, you don't have to scramble. You're already prepared. Scorpio. Let's see. Past, present, and future. Past energy for Scorpio. The Nine of Wands. You've been doing a lot. This is in the past. This is in the past energy. The person who is holding the burdens is so very close to the finish line. To me, since this is in your past energy, you've overcome. You're at your finish line, which means you're at the beginning of a new race. Every finish line is the beginning of a new race. There's something about your home. Current energy is the Nine of Cups. We're going to dig into that because, the Five of Cups. What I see too, oh, look at that, the home too. Home and home. So moving potentially for you guys. But I feel like with this Five of Cups, there is evaluation that's happening, but you're not letting it get you down. And it's evaluation over things that have gotten you down in the past, like kind of hurt, kind of stung, a little emotional turmoil or emotional baggage, but you're looking at it for what it is. It's not dragging you like maybe it might have in the past. Future for Scorpio, the Fool card. What did I say? Every finish line is the beginning of a new race. I like being psychic. Let's take a look at this Five of Cups current energy for Scorpio's greatest and highest good. Here we go. The King of Swords. I know I can do hard things. And now that I know that, I am continuously motivated to go after what it is. Even if that means that there's a hurdle, I can overcome it. Even if that means there's a blockage, I can figure out how to get through it. Can't go over it, can't go under it. Gotta get through it. I can't stay stuck, so I won't. That's your current energy. I can't stay stuck, so I won't. Maybe something needs my attention. Maybe I need to evaluate a behavior from the past or a connection from the past. Okay, I'll show up. I'll show up and I'll evaluate it, but I'm not going to let it keep me down. I'm not going to allow inertia back in my life. I'm not going to keep spinning my wheels and not get anywhere with it. Okay, God, okay, Spirit, okay, higher self, okay, universe. You want me to learn a lesson? Show me. I'll do my homework and then I'll move on to the next chapter. And that's what you're doing right now with this King of Swords. The Two of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. So there was a quick connection and then it just ended. For whatever reason. You're no longer talking to somebody. And you're like, okay. Can't stay down. I guess it is what it is. The Tower moment. Just real quick. Like there was somebody somehow, and it doesn't have to be romantic, but there was a connection. It did what it did. It lasted for however long it lasted, but you're not going to let it bring you down. And now it's in the past. Or you're sweeping it to the past, or you're moving it to the past right now with this Five of Cups. What did that teach me? It taught me this lesson. Okay, moving on. Let's go to my new chapter with this Fool card for the Scorpio. What is this new chapter looking like for Scorpio, please? I am getting a single Scorpio in this particular reading, especially if I look back at this Nine of Pentacles here. It's going to come quick. A lot of ideas. One idea after another. Have you guys ever seen the carnival game or the arcade game where there's like all of these like sticks and they're like up and then you have to like catch them as they're falling at one, another one and another one? I feel like that's how your mind is working right now. This is an idea, this is an idea, this is a download, this is an epiphany. You're like trying to catch all the ideas as they flow to you, and they're flowing pretty quickly. And you're also using your discernment, like, okay, almost like, okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this next week. Okay, I'm going to add, like, it's almost like you're adding it to a list of things that you need to do. Let's get some more on that. The Eight of Swords. You're very, in this next chapter, you're very much in your head. You're not stuck, but you could easily get stuck if you allow too much energy in at once. So I would definitely say be discerning about all of the ideas that you have. Give them grace, give them attention, write it down on your notepad, write it down in your notes on your phone, but don't just stay stuck in the analytical. Analysis paralysis is something that can keep you from tackling the things that it is that you know that you need to tackle. This is almost a warning for you in your future. Like, don't, your energy is open, Scorpio, right? So you're psychic. You have ability to see beyond the beyond. Cool. That's awesome. We recognize that. Now, because your energy is open to all of these downloads from your higher self, the universe, God, so on and so forth, you could be getting energetic overload in your mind. So start setting boundaries by having ritual and routine in your life. This is the time where I do my prayer. This is the time where I do my gratitude journaling, or just say, my gratitude, my affirmations. This is the time where I do my planning for the next day. I do feel like you're being called to get out a calendar, do a weekly list of things you need to do, quarterly list, like a monthly list, a quarterly list, first half of the year, second half of the year, so you don't become overwhelmed. In other words, don't try to tackle everything all at once, because what could very much happen for you, Scorpio, is that you get paralyzed in the planning. So before it gets to that point, start being methodical about tackling these ideas that you have for your future, where you want to go. I was very long-winded and I apologize. The Six of Swords. Spirit says move on. And you're going to be moving on to Three of Pentacles. You guys, new chapter means new connections. It could be a new job for some of you guys too, which is awesome. Temperance. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. And Temperance, temporary job. A new temporary job for some of you guys as well too. All right. So a new temporary way of getting money even too. Like a small little side hustle. All right. But don't get caught up in too much planning. Get prepared now so that you can be prepared and stay prepared. You don't have to get prepared in a rush. Scorpio, I hope that helped. Let me know. Just channeled Aaliyah just now in my head. All right, let's hush that up. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Oops. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate your time, your presence, your energy. And if you do not mind, with an energetic exchange, hitting that like button, subscribing, especially if you've seen me more than once, consider subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me reach more people worldwide. Come to this reading with open heart, open mind. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you want to learn more about what it is that your spirit, your higher self, your soul is guiding you towards, consider looking at your other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, greatest and highest good, where's your spirit guiding you to right now? Biggest energy for Sagittarius, please. The Four of Ariel. Look how pretty that is. I love like Japanese tea garden sort of things. And that's what this card kind of looks like. Japanese tea garden. I don't know if you can see it. This is really pretty. It says, when you give, you also receive. Being restraint or being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save or spend your money. Something about Sagittarius. This is the Four of Pentacles. You want something, but you keep yourself from realizing it, whatever it is that you want. You watch it from a distance. Remember, like, I know that this is Ariel, which is an angel, but I'm getting Ariel. Yeah, that's how my mind works. Like, as in the Little Mermaid, Ariel. And see how there's like an angel like in the background looking at this person, and this person has no clue that the angel is looking at them because they're facing a different way. And then Ariel used to do that when she would fantasize about living on land and living in, not necessarily the castle, but she did run across that guy, Prince Eric, I think his name was. And she would watch him like from a distance, or at least the first time that she saw him, she was watching him from like the shadows, didn't want to be seen, so on and so forth. And she yearned, there's like a whole song about this, like she yearned to be with this person or yearned to be in this other world, but she stayed hidden. She stayed in her world before she eventually took a chance and went and explored the other world. But that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting you taking a chance and exploring. I'm getting you observing and keeping your distance. Sagittarius. When you give, you also receive. You're not giving to something. Four of Pentacles. Why did I get Japanese tea garden? Like, what is it that you're trying to show me, Spirit, about this Japanese tea garden? I mean, it could just be an Asian reference. It could very specifically be a Japanese tea reference. But I'm getting something about this house. This house is on stilts. And then I get like man in a high castle. You just really want to not be touched by this emotion, right? Because water is emotion. And if this house is on stilts, if it floods, it doesn't touch the house. The house is you, Sagittarius. You don't want to be touched by the emotions. Wow. Okay. Where's your, is your higher self? Is your spirit guiding you towards that? Or are you taking the reins and have decided this is your stance, this is your energy? That's what I want to know. Because the whole reason behind this video is, where is your higher self, your spirit, your soul guiding you towards? So let's find out more about that. Are they guiding you to be observant and not take action? Let's see. Past, present, and future for Sagittarius, please. Past, Three of Cups. there was a reconciliation in the past. Present. The Empress. But you're no longer giving to it. You'd be okay with receiving, but you're no longer giving to it. And this is the energy that is your higher self is wanting you to stay in. No chasing. This is also like self-care. You know, I just bought a pomegranate yesterday. On New Year's Eve, I bought a pomegranate, a green, I said green. I didn't mean to say that. So we're talking about heart space here. So this is your healing your heart. You're investing in yourself to heal your heart, Sagittarius. I bought on New Year's Eve, there were golden pomegranates for sale at the grocery store. I bought one, and the guy at the counter was like, "Why'd you buy that?" And I was like, "It's prosperity and luck." And then he told me this story about protection. The guy behind the counter did. Why am I talking about that? She's holding a golden and purple pomegranate. The Empress always is associated with like pomegranates, like knowledge. You're healing your heart through observation so that you can gain knowledge. Future for Sagittarius. The Ten of Swords. The reason why you've been told not to take action is because you need to get over it. I know that sounded well, I'm talking to a Sagittarius, so I feel like you'll be okay with what I said, but this is you getting over it. In your future, you get over it, like you grow from it. It doesn't mean like it doesn't kill you. It doesn't. And then I'm hearing Kelly Clarkson, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Yeah, I mean, you look at the situation, and I mean, I know this is brass, but you look at the situation, Sagittarius, and it's almost like somebody's like, "But did it kill you?" No, it made me stronger. This experience that you're holding yourself back from. There was a reconciliation. I don't think anything came out of it. If anything, it took you into like a sort of hermit mode. Like, you're okay if somebody came towards you, but you're not going to give towards that, whatever that means for you, Sagittarius. And you're healing your heart space right now through knowledge, whatever you're observing. And you're going to let it go. Let's talk more about this current energy for Sagittarius, please. The Moon card flipped out with the the King of Wands. It's shadow work. You are in the middle of shadow work. That's you, the King of Wands here. As a fire sign, this is you, the King of Wands here with this Moon card. Pisces energy. Pisces energy. Tell me about the Pisces energy. The Ten of Cups. Damn, you love this person. But how do Pisces show up sometimes? I'm a Pisces Venus. So it'd be interesting to find out where Pisces is for you in your chart. Or maybe listen to the Pisces reading at the end of this. But it's like sometimes if a Pisces isn't healed, and you're dealing with like an immature Pisces, it's like a lot of like tit for tat. You hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you, and then they run away. Like, that person hurt me, and then they're very emotional, and then they're very reactive, right? And then maybe that's what you're healing. Maybe you weren't necessarily dealing with the Pisces, but maybe you were dealing with showing up as a Pisces, an unmature and immature Pisces in this particular relationship. Or maybe, both of y'all were doing it. Tell me about this Empress, this current energy for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. I don't know why I'm getting Shaolin monks. Kung Fu. I get that that's not necessarily Japanese with this Japanese tea garden, but I'm just getting it now that I'm looking at this guy down here. So it could be confirmation for you guys. Oh! This guy doesn't look like Bruce Lee, so forgive me. But that's what it is. It's Bruce Lee. He's a Sagittarius. Again, it could be confirmation. Two of wands just comes out. Yeah, it's again observatory. It's an observatory. You're sitting in an observatory. You're not making any moves. You know, sometimes when you have the Two of Wands in the original Rider-Waite deck, it's a person standing on the edge of the top of a castle, one wand that is attached to the castle and one wand in his or her hand, and then the other hand is the world. And it's a lot of planning. The world, I'm seeing like maybe potentially like the World Wide Web. I'm getting so many downloads, Sagittarius. It's like a lot of pieces. There's a lot of pieces here. And there's a lot of energy that's up in the air. Like 5D type shit. Like some woo shit. Some woo-woo shit. There's a lot of spiritual stuff around this. You've been the man in the high castle, male or female. You've been stuck in the tower, meant to observe. Some of you guys could be observing through the internet. Some of you guys could be observing just because you sit back and you watch. You know, now I'm getting Prince in Purple Rain. He's sitting and watching. I think he's standing and watching Apollonia on the stage, and he's got like his glasses on. Or she's watching the stage and he's standing behind her and he's got his glasses on, and she doesn't even realize. She's like just sitting there or standing there dancing. She doesn't even know that he's behind her. The Emperor, Aries energy. The Emperor and the Empress. There's a significance in this connection. You're not imagining it. Sagittarius, tell me more. The Two of Pentacles. I keep getting all these references, these pop cultural references and stuff. Now I'm getting Romeo and Juliet. Two star-crossed lovers. Oh goodness, Sagittarius, tell me more about this. Current energy for Sagittarius. The Five of Pentacles. The Tower. The Magician at the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Wands. Again, with the protection, I'm protecting myself from any further damage. I'm learning to get my mind right, my heart right, my voice right, like the words I use right. I'm learning how to invest, all of this stuff. I'm doing all of this to protect myself from any further damage. Even if that means I have to stand back. Even if that means I'm out in the cold. Or, you know, maybe you push this person out in the cold. It doesn't matter. Five of Pentacles. Even if that means we're not in the same room. Whatever. I need to protect myself. Tell me, we get to this. All right, that's enough acknowledgement of that. Let's see how we get to the Ten of Swords for Sagittarius, please. The Seven of Cups came out with the Six of Cups. Came out with the King of Swords. Seven of Cups with the Six of Cups. Intensity does not equate love. Having a long past with somebody does not equate having to revisit it. Having a lot of experiences with somebody does not mean that I have to welcome in reconciliation. Just because A equals A and B equals B does not mean that the truth is C. A can equal A and B could equal B, and they both could be true on their own or separate. Yes, you have known this person for a long time, but that doesn't mean that they have to continue to stay in your life. Yes, you have invested a lot of time in this person and a lot of energy in this person and a lot of passion in this person, but that doesn't mean that that was necessarily for your greatest good. It doesn't necessarily mean it was time well spent. Huge lesson for you, this connection, Sagittarius. So allow your inner voice, allow your soul to guide you through the death and rebirth of yourself when it comes to this connection, because eventually you're going to get to a point, Sagittarius, where you're able to let it go. But that doesn't mean the end of you. That means that now you get to focus on your new horizon. All right, let me know if that helped, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, for Capricorn's greatest and highest good. Here we go. Capricorn, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. If you want more of a well-rounded message, consider looking at your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you've seen me more than once and you're not subscribed, could you please subscribe? It costs you nothing. It's free and it helps the channel. Consider liking and commenting down below. Let me know how this message resonates with you. But take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't force anything. All right, Capricorn? Capricorn's grace and highest good. Spirit, the question is, what is Capricorn's soul, higher self, spirit moving them towards, guiding them towards in this current energy? It says the 10 of Gabriel. The 10 of Gabriel. Oops, sorry. Ask your angels for help, for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. I usually get like the 9 of Pentacles for you, Capricorn, and in the readings I generally get a very headstrong, self-intrinsically motivated Capricorn. Now I feel like it's like a lot. Maybe you're recovering from the holidays. It could be that, but now it's like you've been like, because you are so like the person that people rely on, it's like, okay, somebody else can do this. I do this every year. I'm constantly helping other people out, and you're like, okay, somebody else can do this. That's the energy I'm getting. Or you need to learn how to say, somebody else can do this. I don't need to be the scapegoat for responsibility. Capricorn, let's take a look at your past, present, and future. Capricorn, past, the High Priestess. You've been thinking about some things. Thinking about showing up differently. And in that thought process, I think you've been, maybe it's an expectation other people have had of you, but you're like, I'm tired of being the responsible one. So maybe you've been non-communicative, not even being available for people to put the burden on your back. Past, present energy, the Ace of Wands. Future energy, the King of Cups. You're not going to be the one that they turn to anymore, because you want to go and live your life. You want to be open to it's like a new direction, a new way of handling life for you, Capricorn. If I'm so burdened by your issues, I'm never going to be able to live my life. I'm not taking responsibility for you anymore. Let's take a look at this Ace of Wands for Capricorn, please. Current energy, Page of Cups. Oh, I see. The 7 of Pentacles. Long time coming, the 8 of Cups. The 6 of Cups. A long time coming. You talked yourself out of it, but now you're like, you know what? No. I want to be in a one-on-one relationship with somebody. I want romance again in my life. And I can't find that if I'm constantly taking care of you, all of you guys, or if I'm listening to all of your problems. I'm just not going to be available right now so I can be available for myself. The King of Cups is showing up in your future, male or female. That could be a different person. I'm registering it as a different person. Tell me more about this. Actually, tell me about this Page of Pentacles, please, specifically. Look at this. The Queen of Wands. That's you. Both. This is you. I think maybe you're secretly dating somebody, or you soon will be. Or maybe some of you guys are on the internet looking. Tell me about this King of Cups that is in, male or female. Tell me about this King of Cups that, or you find somebody attractive and they might be younger or they look younger than you. It's just playful right now. It's nothing, this is nothing serious. You're just being playful. You're allowing in flirting. Nothing serious. You're not even, with this Queen of Wands energy, you're not even looking for anything other than companion. But this King of Cups, Capricorn's future. Page of Wands. Excuse me. This is not the Page of Wands. Again, with this idea of somebody being like younger, or like messages, a lot of messages going back and forth. Emails, text messages, something. And I'm getting a Capricorn who's sitting at like a bar, and you're like on one side and you're like, and then the other person's on the other side, like this is what I'm getting. So it could be something like that. In-person communication, like from across the room. I acknowledge you, you look good, you acknowledge me, so on and so forth. But there's this King of Cups in your future. It's a new chapter with this Fool card. The Tower, out of nowhere. Look at this. It's exciting because it's new and it came out of nowhere. It just captures your attention at the bottom of the deck. There's a potential for you to start flirting with somebody. It's a lot of quick texting back and forth, or a lot of like, you know, dates. You want to date, you want to go out on a date this day. It's fun. It's fun. It's nothing deep. It's not meant to be too deep, at least right now. But the good thing is that this person is showing up as a king. So that means that this person is emotionally stable, where other people in your life haven't been. So if this isn't something you're seeing right now, know that it came up in your future, Capricorn. So that's awesome. I'm not saying that this is the love of your life. I'm saying it's somebody who is showing up to show you a good time, and vice versa. And you're okay with it. Your current energy is you saying, all right, am I ready? Like almost pep talking yourself. Am I ready to get back out there? Am I ready to get back out there? And then the answer is, yeah, there's a potential for you to say yes to yourself. As long as you know, as you come to terms with, I'm not looking for my next husband or wife. I'm just looking to have fun. And that's what it is. It is a serious person, but it's fun at first. This isn't a lifelong tarot reading. I'm just looking at your energy right now. So we'll have to check in the next like week or so and see where this could potentially go. Call it in, Capricorn, if this is something that you're interested in. Call it in. Tell the universe. I claim the Capricorn reading. All right, let's see Aquarius. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, this is for your greatest and highest good. Come to this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Take what resonates. Do not force anything, Aquarius. If you've seen me more than once and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, turning on that bell notification button, liking the video. It helps get it out there. And then comment down below how this resonates with you, okay? Aquarius, let's take a look at. The question is, what is your spirit, your soul, your higher self trying to guide you towards right now? For Aquarius' greatest and highest good, current energy. Here we go. The Three of Raphael. The Three of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate. It's the Three of Cups. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding a relationship or children. Okay, Aquarius, happy announcements. Aquarius, past, present, and future. Just chilling. You're chilling, you're happy. Things are okay, things are a-okay. All right, happy announcements for Aquarius, past, present, and future, please. Past, the King of Pentacles. Present, the Two of Cups, or is that the Lover? The Two of Cups. Future, so you go from being single to connecting with somebody and having fun with them. And then the Hermit card is in your future position. So you went from being single, looking for somebody to invest in, having like an actual like marriage relationship thing. And then you connect with that person. You guys might be announcing a new relationship, a heightened level of relationship. Like you're announcing to people we're moving in. You could be announcing that you guys are now pregnant. But then you go into this hermit mode in the future. So it could be the honeymoon stage for the two of you guys. Or you're starting to take a look at this path that you've taken. Hold on, I'm getting more of I'm starting to take a look at this path that I have taken for Aquarius. Let me see. Let's call in, what is it that your spirit is trying to guide you towards right now, Aquarius? The Seven of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Two of Cups. The Four of Swords. The Four of Wands. Twos and fours are showing up. Yeah, I am seeing... Oh, and then the Temperance card fell on that. There's a lot of back and forth energy with you and this person. But y'all are coming to a common ground. It's like a kind of like a new relationship is what I'm getting. A lot of back and forth, coming to a common ground. Had to address some stuff in the past that was causing issues. Had to recalibrate. But maybe even y'all have had to move or something, or somebody moved out and then moved back in. Somebody was sick and then recovered from it. I'm getting all of these messages for you, Aquarius. But things are steady now. Let's see, how do we get to the Hermit for the future position for Aquarius? So if this is the energy that you're wanting to have happen, if you're wanting to find harmony with you and your person, your spirit, your soul is guiding you towards addressing the issue with the Seven of Swords here. Addressing the issue. You do that, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of recovery that's happening, and it can happen. You can find balance, so you might be called towards that. The Hermit goes towards what in the future position? The Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. It's going to take, there's still some, I feel like what I see for you, Aquarius, is that it's you're trying to bury, you or this other person are trying to bury, ignore, brush under the rug something that happened. Your higher self wants you to address the issue, the underlying issue, the pattern. If you want things to elevate, if you want things to stay harmonious with you and this other person, address the pattern. Don't just sweep it under the rug. Because if you do, and you just come back together and you just go straight back into a honeymoon stage, you just ignore what happened, you just like, nobody apologizes, you guys just come back together and you guys have like makeup sex, if you will, then the issue is going to show itself again. The pattern is going to show itself again. The pattern of behavior is going to show itself again. You and this person are exactly where y'all are supposed to be. You were supposed to connect with this person and this person you, because y'all are mirroring and projecting to each other some unhealed behavior. And there could be, some unhealed behavior within each other. And you're triggering each other, and you were meant to do that. God wanted you to do that. Your higher self wanted you to do that. The universe wanted you to do that specifically with this person so that you could figure it out. This person is your counterpart, is playing in this chapter with you on purpose so that you can overcome this thing. What is this thing? You're meant to be working with this person. So work with this person, but it's also acknowledgement of self, awareness of self. So the question is, how are you coming to the table? What are you enabling? What do they enable? Have a conversation with this person. Because if you don't, even though, you have the makeup sex and all this other stuff, even though you guys can go to have fun and party or drink or just chill out with friends, don't let that become a distraction. Sit, address the issue. You and this person can overcome. You just need to be able to work together. But the only way you can do that is through truth and awareness within yourself, Aquarius. Okay? So that's what your higher self is pulling you towards. Let's see. Pisces. Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me, Pisces. Consider liking and subscribing, turning on that bell notification button, and let me know in the comments down below how this message resonates with you, Pisces. Come to this message with an open heart and open mind. And if you haven't already done so, consider looking at your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, to get a better gauge, a well-rounded story of what it is that your spirit, your higher self, and your soul have been trying to guide you towards, all right? Ooh, I got a flipper. Here you go, Pisces. This is you. The 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. Call it in. Happily ever after. Let's take a look at Pisces. Spirit, what is Pisces spirit guiding them towards? Happily ever after. Rainbows are significant here, guys. Color turquoise is significant. Butterflies are significant. The color green is significant. The color gold is significant here. And trees. You might be somebody who likes to communicate with trees or plants. You might be somebody that talks to their plants. Have you been recently thinking about potentially getting like a brooch? Or did you recently see somebody with a brooch and then say, that's a nice brooch? That's for somebody. Pisces. Past, present, and future for Pisces. Thank you. 8 of Wands. Oh, that's quick. A lot of either somebody came and said something to you in the recent past, or you've been conversing with your higher self, getting a lot of downloads. It's just like, do. Like, it's like spirit is like, here's another one, and here's another, because you're paying attention. They're getting excited. Your higher self is getting excited. Like, Pisces is listening to me. Let me tell you all this stuff that I could tell you. It's before you start ignoring me again, or before you get distracted again. Let me give you a whole bunch of downloads. So it could be a little overwhelming because it's coming in one after another. Through like tarot readings or through conversations, through synchronicities. Current energy, the 2 of Wands. You're planning a lot. You haven't taken too much action yet. Could be this New Year stuff. You're doing a lot of New Year planning. You're planning a lot, but you're not trying to rush through whatever it is. You might be doing a lot of research as well. Hold on. My daughter is texting me. Future for you, the Ace of Pentacles. Let's go. You might be like looking at a new way to make money. You could be concentrating a lot on your money. Let's see here. So like, yeah, let's see. Oh, look, the Strength card just popped out. It's an 11 card. 2s could be significant. 11 could be significant. 111 could be significant. I'm seeing that a lot for you already. Yeah, like, okay, you're like, okay, that's enough. Okay, for right now, let me just take the notes that you gave me, and then I'm going to digest it, and then I'm going to start taking action towards it. It's like you're talking to your higher self. I'm going to take action towards it. I promise. I just want to be a little bit more methodical about it. I just got this idea of like, acknowledge your higher self. Almost like, I don't know if like you're being called to like give your higher self a name or to say, hey, thank you to my angels and higher self. There's like they're like, it's like a conversation. It's like they're appreciative that you're open to the conversation. But there's something about a name here. I don't know what I'm getting. Maybe some of you guys have named your certain people in your spirit team or your brain. Maybe some of you guys have named your brain or your thoughts. But yeah, they're just so excited to have this conversation. I keep saying they, because the ask was your higher self, but I'm getting your entire spirit team is like, yes, she or he's listening. Two of Wands, please. The Three of Swords. You're not trying to repeat past patterns. That's what it is. The Star card. I love this. The Six of Swords. Moving some of you guys. The Chariot, or traveling. Aquarius energy. Leo energy. Cancer energy here. Look at this. The Knight of Pentacles. There's so much motivation that you have towards realizing opportunity right now. It's like you're grabbing the bull by the horns, Pisces, and you're just like, not just, with intention, moving towards prosperity in your future. This is awesome. You're headed in the right direction. You're headed in the right direction. You're trusting yourself. You're trusting your team. You're heading in the right direction. And you don't have to worry. You're not going to repeat the old cycles. You're not going to be self-sabotaging yourself in this next chapter. It's not going to be you self-sabotaging. And if anybody tries to come, and I'm getting, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm not going to sabotage myself. I'm not going to weaponize myself against myself and nobody. So if I'm not going to do that, I'm definitely not going to let anybody outside of me influence my future or keep me from realizing a prosperous future. Take a look at this. Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, and then the Knight of Swords. This is a different person. While you're in the planning stages, somebody shows up in the very near future. While you're planning your future and you're like writing things out and taking notes on what it is, journaling, maybe even doing like a lot of research on your computer. I was just reaching towards my laptop when I said that. Writing, there's like a lot of writing that's happening while you're creating something. Somebody shows up, and it's this King of Swords here out of nowhere. Tell me about this King of Swords. Ace of Cups. Hold on, let me see. It's not ringing to me right now. Oh, Taurus or Gemini energy. It's Mercury energy. It's more Mercury energy. Ace of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Tell me specifically. The Nine of Pentacles. There's this corporation or a masculine figure that wants to collaborate with you, or like a new job opportunity for you, Pisces. And it's not too far out of your wheelhouse for some of you guys. If this isn't work related, there's conversation with somebody that gets you excited about who you are. Like they hype you up. It doesn't necessarily look romantic in nature. Even though this Ace of Cups did pop out, it came out with the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like people saying, you look good, Pisces. Like, what have you been doing? you're like, yes, thank you. Yes, yes, I do look good and I feel good. And that confidence just like is exuding off of you. At the bottom of the deck, the Moon card with the Justice card, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this isn't, it's not necessarily like a love. I'm not shutting you off from love, but it's just people seeing you. Because you've been hidden for so long. Your light's been hidden for so long. But you can't, and some of you guys are like, still struggle with compliments. So here's the ask for you from your higher self. When somebody gives you a compliment, don't beat it down. When somebody, like, don't be like, I used to have the hardest time with compliments. Somebody give me a compliment and I'd be like, ugh. Like, I used to hate celebrating my birthday. I would get so frustrated at work if somebody would do like a surprise birthday. It would irk me so bad. I just had a hard time celebrating myself. I had a hard time. Even one time I lost a lot of weight and I deployed and I came back to work and they were like, man, you look good. And I would like make like these funny jokes. I could have just said, thank you. I really did a lot of work, but I couldn't. It was hard for me to acknowledge myself for a chapter. I feel like I'm talking to a Pisces who it's hard for you to acknowledge yourself, but don't. You've done a lot of work. And as you continue to do more work, more and more people are going to notice and they're going to want to compliment you. You've got to learn to get to a place where you say, thank you. And even if it's just that, don't backpedal. Oh, are you sure? Oh, this old thing? No. Thank you. If that's all you say is just thank you. All right. Pisces, I hope that helped. You're headed in the right direction, boo. All right, guys. I love you. Until next time. Bye.